What's going on, guys? I just want to do a quick video on this clip loader that I got for the Ruger Mark III that I have, that I picked up, that I did a video on yesterday. And I just wanted to demonstrate it really quick. I think it's a very cool clip loader, or it's called the clip loader. It's called the ultimate clip loader, but of course we're loading the magazines. But this device works really well. Like I said in my previous video, it's probably got a little bit of a few quirks here and there that you have to work through, but to me it's well worth it, and it loads the magazines fairly quickly, maybe not as quick as they advertise. You're supposedly, or you could do some tweaking to your magazines, but I really don't want to do that, so I'm pretty satisfied with how they work now. So I'm going to demonstrate this really quick. As you can see, it's just a piece of plastic basically. And you have your hopper up here that holds about 50 rounds. And then down below, you have like a little tray system where the rounds fall into, and they drop down with the lead facing down. And then they feed into your magazine through this port right here. So it's a pretty cool little device, and it works pretty well, like I said. And I'm going to demonstrate it real quick for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. So the first thing we have to do is load up the hopper. So I'm going to take and open up the top of the hopper. I'm going to pour in some 22 rounds. Close up the hopper, and I'll shake it a little bit. And as you can see down here at the bottom, they have lined themselves up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in so you can check that out. This is one of the great things about this camera, is it comes with a nice little remote control, so you can get in on the tight shots. And as you can see down here at the bottom, it has lined those up after shaking it, and it's getting ready to feed right in here when I put my magazine in. So basically when I turn it up at a 45-degree angle, we'll start to feed into the magazine once I put the magazine in. But you can see it orientates the rounds the way they should be. And so once you put your magazine in, you can start feeding them into the magazine pretty easily. So let me back out here a little bit. And what I'm going to do is take a magazine, and you want to put the follower handle here. I'm not sure what it's called, but you want to put the follower towards this little screw. This screw right here is designed, and I'll get a shot of that real quick as well. This little screw that you can see right there is designed so that you can screw it in or screw it out depending on how many rounds are going into the magazine. This is what holds the spring back in the follower back in the magazine. And so you can screw this in if you need to put less rounds into the magazine, or you can screw it out if you need to put more rounds into the magazine. And I've got this adjusted about right, I believe, so that I can get about 10 rounds into these magazines. So I'm going to take and go ahead and put my magazine in, push it all the way up, tilt the ultimate clip loader about 45 degrees, and then I'll just start bumping it. And you can see the rounds start falling in. And then I'll try to get the 10th round in there, and there you go. So I've got a loaded magazine with 10 rounds in it, ready to go. And you can see that was fairly quick. It's not quite as quick as probably what they advertise. I have seen users on YouTube take, and they've modified it a little bit, and you can also, I think, put some rim oil in here that's Teflon based. And it actually helps with the feeding process as well. My understanding is you put it in directly in with the rounds, and then it helps to feed into the magazine a little bit better. You got to be careful though when you're using some of the lubes, because some of that stuff will eat through this plastic. This is just plastic, so it can be damaged quite easily. So you need to be careful with that, with what you choose. But I'll do another magazine here, see if I can zoom in a little bit closer so you can see it feeding into the magazine. So we'll take our second magazine, make sure we got 10 rounds that'll feed in there, and then can see I have to bump it a little bit in some cases. And actually this magazine is a little bit more difficult to get in there properly, but it does work, and it does save your fingers from having to pull back on this magazine follower. And you know, after, I'm sure most of you have done this many times, after a couple times of doing that, your fingers already start to get tired. And this makes it a lot easier and a lot more friendly on your hands to do it this way. So you can see this is a cool little deal. It works pretty well, like I said. There are directions on how to use this thing. The directions also give you some tips on what to do, including putting some rim oil in here that's Teflon based. They say that helps if you're having problems with them just dropping in. Like you can see that they don't just drop in for me. I have to bump the magazine back and forth a little bit to get it to go in properly, but it's still a much better system to me than doing them one at a time and holding that spring down with my thumb. So if you guys have any questions about it, you know, let me know. I did pick this up from Midway USA, and I believe I paid about $23 for it, and that doesn't include shipping. Of course, that order I included some other stuff too, so it wasn't a big deal. Eventually I want to get some more of these magazines too, which these are hard to come by, at least for the Mark III versions. It's kind of difficult to find these magazines right now. Apparently everybody wants them. Very cool little device. I think it's well worth it to have it out at the range. I certainly recommend it. And if you guys have any questions about it, just let me know and I'll do my best to answer them. All right guys, take it easy. Talk to you later.